I believe the veil is thin, that our Angelcestors are always nearby. I'm your host, Bernice L. McFadden, and this is Angelcestor, the sacred space where memory meets the mystical and storytelling becomes ceremony and celebration. Each episode is an offering, words spoken for those who no longer speak but are never silent. This is love work. This is ancestor veneration. This is Angelcestor, the podcast.
Angelcestor, the podcast, is a protected work. All stories, recordings, and materials shared here are the sole copyright of Bernice L. McFadden. Please don't reproduce or reuse anything you hear without written permission. Thank you for respecting the sacred nature of these stories. This Angelcestor story was shared by Halcyon Francis in remembrance of her beloved caretaker and lifelong guide, Gaga. Gaga came into my life when I was an infant. She was already in her mid-60s, yet she accepted the challenge of caring for a child who wasn't her own. Every morning, my parents dropped me off early, and every evening, they picked me up late. Gaga treated me with a kind of love that felt rare, steady, patient, and unconditional. She took me to church, where I saw her unwavering faith in action. She taught me to make fried apples, warned me about the consequences of teenage pregnancy, and constantly reminded me that I was worthy of good things. Simply, Gaga taught me what love that doesn't leave looks like. When I reached my 20s, her health began to decline. She passed away in January 2000 at 86 years old. Even though I knew that day would come, nothing prepared me for the void she left behind. She was my confidant, my earthly guide, and I found myself still talking to her in private, telling her how much I missed her. In those early months after her passing, I dreamed of her often. She seemed peaceful, as if letting me know her work here was complete. I understood, and I tried to release her from my grasp. A few years later, in 2004, I had a spiritual experience I will never forget. I had just returned home from my Saturday Bikram yoga class in Baltimore. I was exhausted, but not usually a napper. I sat in my den, and I thought about Gaga. I laughed out loud and said out loud, "I guess you're too busy to come talk to me anymore. You don't even come say hello." Somehow, I drifted into what must have been a deep sleep. In my dream, I was walking up the sidewalk to my childhood home. As I searched in my purse for the keys, I looked up, and there she was. Gaga stood in the doorway, smirking playfully, her hair pulled back into a bun. I had never seen her like that, though I'd been told she wore her hair that way when she was young. She looked radiant in a blue dress. She smiled and said, "Now you know if there's anyone I can make time for, it's you." We talked for a bit, though I can't remember all her words, and then she jokingly said, "I can't stay long because you know who will get upset that I'm not where I'm supposed to be." In that moment, I broke down crying, telling her how much I missed and loved her. Slowly, she faded until she was gone. When I woke up, I felt at peace, unlike anything I'd ever known, the kind that feels like heaven. It was the absence of fear, worry, or anxiety, just weightless, holy calm. That experience confirmed what I already knew. Gaga was, and still is, one of my Angelcestors. She was sent to protect and guide me as a child, and she still continues to do so even now. Every so often, she lets me know that she's near. Once a psychic approached me and said, "There's an older woman watching over you. She wants you to know she's proud of you." Even in death, Gaga still affirms me, and for that, I am forever grateful that she is mine. Thinking about sharing your Angelcestor story? First, thank you. This process is powerful but can be emotional too. Please check in with yourself and talk to someone you trust before submitting. Now, a few things to know. Your story is anonymous unless you give us permission to use your name. We record most stories, but not all of them are aired. Our duty is to the listener and to the craft of telling their Angelcestor story. This isn't about just being heard, it's about being of service. Think of yourself as an Angelcestor in training. Are you ready to submit? If you are, visit bernicelmcfadden.com/Angelcestor. And above all, take care of your spirit.
Another name remembered, another life honored. Thank you for listening to Angelcestor. If something here stirred you, carry it, share it, speak it, subscribe to it. And if you've got a story to tell about the ones still walking with you, come through by submitting your story. I'm Bernice McFadden. Until next time, stay in the story.